No, I'm thinking what interesting because I know what you're hinting at, but unfortunately, I don't have anything to offer on that particular side. Myself, money, or the so-called glamour that is, that is a part of this industry was not something that attracted me in it. I didn't have to look back, and I'm happy that because. Hi everyone on IndiaGlitz, this is Sada here. The best thing is it hasn't changed me as a person, which I think is better. If I, even if I don't get work, I'm like pretty happy with the way things go. So not changing as a person while you're in the industry is difficult, and I think I have managed to do that. So yeah. Honestly speaking, I don't come from a filmy background. So for me, when I got into the industry, my only focus was my work. I only wanted to achieve a good name for myself, money, or the so-called glamour that is that is a part of this industry was not something that attracted me in it. I love to dance, as my during my childhood days, and as I grew up, and then acting took over. So for me, acting has always been a passion for me. So I don't really compromise on that aspect. And working in multiple languages, the only difference I have always found is the language, to be very honest. I have not found any kind of a difference where it comes to the technicians or the way the films are being made, the budgets and everything. They are all at par with each other. So that has been same. But yeah, it's been a wonderful journey so far, and I'm hoping that it goes on like that. No, see, I don't know why people probably actresses or actors think a lot about taking up a project just to re-establish yourself or any of that kinds, that those lines. But for me, it's always been whatever projects come my way, I try and select what I think I would be enjoying doing. That's been my only criteria while doing films. Yes, I do think a lot when absolute new production house with an absolute new director and all newcomers come to me, because that is for me a gamble. That is, I think, a big risk to take, because I don't really have any guarantee whether the film would be completed on time. If it's completed on time, whether it would be promoted properly and then released on time. So that is something I don't really get into, because I have done a film or two like that and I have not had a very good experience. Sometimes those kind of films also do well with all freshers, and we have seen those kind of films also in the industry. But for me, it hasn't worked, and I'm a little skeptical taking up projects like that. When Ellie came my way, the production house was pretty strong. They already had a fixed deadline as to when they will release the film. So we finished shooting the last month, and within a month they're releasing the film, which is, I think, a commendable job for a new production house. Coming to the director, he has already done a film with Mr. Vadivelu, so he's not a fresher. Before that also he's done a film, so as a director I know that he would be sound enough. Plus Vadivelu, though he's a comedy star and everything, he has a fan following of his own. So for me, I'm like 100% sure that the film would come out and it would be received well by people. So that is important when you put in your efforts in it. Plus, the second thing that really excited me taking up the project was the whole 1960s feel to it. It's very rare that you get a film like that in today's times, where you get to portray a character which is so 1960s, with the big hairdos, big wing liners, and the costumes and everything, the grandeur. So I guess that is something that really got me into the project, because before Ellie, Mr. Yuvraj, the director of Ellie, had approached me for another film called Tenali Raman with the same actor, with Mr. Vadivelu. I didn't take it up that time, but this particular thing sounded interesting. Another thing was that two songs that would be picturized on me in the film were again, one was a cabaret, like a club song, where I would get to dance, and I love dancing, as I said before. Second song would be the cult Mere Sapno Ki Rani Kab Aayegi Tu song, that is from 1960s, again Aradhana film with Rajesh Khanna and Sharmila Tagore. Filming that particular song on me again would that was something I thought would be like an, you know, icing on cake. And yeah, those are the basic reasons. I didn't really get into it because I wanted to get back in films or anything. I have never thought on those lines. Today also I reject 10 projects, and then, you know, if I find that okay, this one sounds good, I take it up. So that was not the criteria for sure. Honestly, DJ has been the best experience of my life so far. I would not rate it with anything else, because this is by far the kind of positive energy on the sets is totally different from whatever I have experienced so far. So for me, I was skeptical getting into it because, you know, small screen, people relate to you as a small screen thing, but I'm so glad and I'm so happy that I took it up, because it's definitely, you know, the kids are wonder kids, and you know, the entire atmosphere on sets is something that gives me so much happiness that I go back smiling from here, and I await the next schedule so desperately. So I think this has not happened to me with any of my films or shoots so far. So I'm quite enjoying the whole. uh, I scored 92% in my 12th, so obviously I had to do something after that. Um, I don't know. I got my admission um, in an engineering college for information technology, and that too on merit. That wasn't a paid seat or anything, and anybody in my place would not just give it up like that. But when I was offered a film by Mr. Teja in Telugu, I said no, this is my calling, this is what I really want to do in life. And I came, I did my film, I went back to study, but the film was a blockbuster hit, and then the offers started pouring in. So for me, I didn't have to look back, and I am somewhere I'm happy that I because yeah, I just studied till 12th, and I'm that's about it. That's all I think was meant to happen. No regrets at all. No, I'm thinking what interesting, because I know what you're hinting at, but unfortunately, I don't have anything to offer on that particular side. When things come up, I think I would be glad, or I'd be rather happy to announce myself on all the sites and, you know, scream from the rooftop and say, "Ki, okay, you know, this is what it is." But unfortunately, nothing as of now. Fortunately, no, I'm telling people around me, if there is any good person that you know, please introduce, because people, I don't know why they're scared to come and approach or whatever. So I hardly chill out. I think when I'm back home, I do a lot for animals, so I keep rescuing kittens and puppies and pigeons or whatever comes my way in distress. I bring them home, and then I'm non-stop busy, you know, either finding them home, or if they're unwell, taking them to vets and all that thing. So I don't think I'm that kind of person who goes to a party or night out or pubs. I don't have that life, unfortunately, again, or fortunately, I don't know, because I find it a real waste of time, you know, just going and yeah, doing things which don't really give you any kind of a satisfaction. No, I don't have any friends from the industry. I don't think I have any friends from the industry. I have you know, those phone friends kind of a thing, where once in a while you text, you know, but I hardly catch up with anybody. In fact, for me, when I'm done with a film, I'm out. I don't stay in touch with any of the, you know, crew members and all also. So that's the basic me. And yeah, friends are not from the industry, they are from outside the industry, whichever, like, few friends I have. Thank you for watching this.